Welcome to Andy's Garage. I'm Andy Phillips. Today I'm going to show you how to remove this center cap from your Jeep Wrangler rims. So let's go ahead and get started. Now this particular Jeep that we have here, it's a 2001 Jeep Wrangler TJ. I have some other videos I've done with this vehicle. If you want to check them out, they'll be down in the description. But this center cap right here was used on the TJs, I believe also on the YJs. I believe also some Cherokees may have had it as well. But with a lot of these type, normally you can just pop these off. Well, with this one here, you can't. And the reason being is you need to remove the wheel and you need to unbolt it from the back of the rim. So you can't pop these off from the front. We need to take the tire off or the rim off so we can get to the back, and then you can remove it if you need to take it off, swap it out if you have one that's broken, put a new one on, whatever the case may be. So if we see here, you can't pull it off this way. If you try to, you're going to break it. So I'm going to jack this up. We're going to pop the rim off, and then I'll show you in the back how you can pop it off or unscrew it off and then put a new one on if you need to. Now, if you have any of these that may be damaged, sometimes these can get kind of scratched up and scarred up if you hit curbs, or if you're driving off-road with rocks and stuff hitting it and you want to recoat it. I have another video I did where I showed how you can actually refinish these. It's very easy. There's a paint color that you can just get over the counter that'll match it, and you can refinish them if need be. If you want to check out that video, you can check it out via the link above. Also have that down in the description with the other Jeep videos. But let's get this up in the air so we can take this off, and I'll show you how to swap it out. I have it up in the air, and you can use the jack it has or just a regular hydraulic jack to get it up. But what you do want to make sure is that you use jack stands if you're going to be going under the vehicle. I'm not going to be going under it because we're just going to pop it off for this video. But if you're doing any work, you never want to rely strictly on the jack. But these are 3/4 inch is what these lug nuts are. So if you just use a 3/4 inch socket, I'm going to use an impact wrench. We're going to pop them off real quick, and then we'll lay it down and I'll show you it. Set this down. We're going to get a close up in here, but I know a lot of people like to comment when they're watching videos, just ignore all this rust and junk in here. We're doing a lot of work to this Jeep. All this is going to all be redone and replaced. So ignore that and just stay focused here. Let's get the camera in here and I'll show you how it's connected on the back. Looking in here, normally you have 3 8mm screws holding it on. You have one here, and one here. This one's missing one already, so we're gonna have to replace that at a later time. But normally you have these 3 here, and then you have these pegs that line up right here. That's what you'll need to take off in order to remove that center cap. So we bring in here, we have our 8mm. Loosen these. Loosen this one. And then now we'll flip it over and we can take it off. Lift it up here, and then now I'll just hand loosen them from here on out. And there it is, our center cap comes off. And at that point, if you wanted to do any work, if you're refinishing your rims, or as mentioned already, if you're going to replace or refinish a damaged one of these, that's how you would do it. To put it back on, I'll get a close-up so you can see what it looks like, and then we'll put it back on and wrap this up. You can see we have a little tab right here, then you have a threaded piece, a tab, and then 2 threaded pieces here. That's what lines up. These 2 little tabs right here, they will line up here to go into 2 of these holes, and then the other holes will then line up to put the screws through to hold it on. So then to put it on, we would just line it back up. And obviously you want these to match up with where the studs are going to come through for the lug nuts. And then once that's on, you can come here, hand tighten them in. And we'll lay it back down and we'll tighten them back up. You don't want to over tighten them because you don't want to crack the plastic, but just tighten them enough so that way you don't lose them. And then at that point, put it back on and you're done. So quick video. I hope that this helped you out if you're trying to either replace it or if you want to take it off. As we mentioned, I have a video where I show how to refinish them if yours is scarred up. But please send me any questions and comments. I hope that this video was informative for you and helped you out. Don't forget to check out some of my other videos down in the description pertaining to the Jeep Wrangler TJ. I also have one on there with the YJ as well. But don't forget to also please like and subscribe. I appreciate all the support. I'll see you next time.